Hello everybody, Gannon here. Welcome back to my kitchen. We are back doing another WFC today, and we're making something kind of special. This pan's already getting a little bit too loud on me, but we're doing something kind of special today. We are going to be making a specialty pizza recipe. I made this pizza like a couple days ago, and it was fucking absolutely delicious. And I think this is smoking because there's like water on the bottom of the pan, and I have an electric stove, so don't worry about that too much. I will turn on the fan a little bit. But first thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna get right into it today, and we're just gonna put a little dab of margarine into my wok, and now we are going to acquire our vegetables. We're going to cut this zucchini into pretty thin slices, like not like paper thin, like a 1/4 inch type beat. I don't know if that's thin, but maybe 1/8 of an inch. I don't know, I'm not a doctor. All right, that seems enough for now. I will save the rest of that for my tortoise. Now, this right here is some yellow squash, and we're gonna be doing the exact same thing. And whenever you're making a dish with like zucchini or anything, you want to probably just use yellow squash as well, because it's basically just like yellow zucchini. All right, now we're gonna season this. First, probably stir this around. See, the wok is really cool, but yeah, this is already getting brown. The wok is so cool because it contains so much heat in this like flat bottom here, and it's really good for stirring these things. So you can see it's going to easily give this the nice brown that we want. I'm gonna put some more pepper on there. Didn't get enough the first time. Always when you're sauteing anything, salt it. All right, now I'm gonna put some parsley on this stuff, give it a nice little bit of green. Garlic powder, and a little bit of paprika for color, and lastly a little bit of onion powder. We're just gonna keep on stirring this till everything gets like a decent brown and is tender, so that when we bake it in the oven, it won't, need to cook that long. It'll just be getting nice and crispy eventually. All right, now I'm just gonna turn off my heat completely and cover this so that this, can retain heat and just kind of steam and make sure that those zucchinis are in there are extra tender. Now we're going to probably do the most important part here, guys. We're going to prep, what's going beneath our cheese on the pizza. So if you'll come over here, this right here is just an extra thin, generic, pre-done crust that, I got at my local grocery store, Kroger, beautiful Kroger Union. And with pizza, you actually, don't need as much sauce as you might think. Spread it out like that, and make sure that there's just like a little bit of sauce at every bite. You don't need too much. That's evenly spread out. I'll just, dab it up with a little bit more, like that. All right, that looks really good. Now guys, we're going to be putting on the kind of secret key ingredients here. I have red hot wing sauce, buffalo, and I'm going to be really carefully here applying this to the pizza so that it is literally just a drizzle that you get in every bite. Bam, that is it. You don't have to do anything more to that. Just a little drizzle. And since I'm cutting this pizza 4 times, I think it's going to be in 8 pieces. I think that's right. But we're going to be putting on our secret key ingredient here. Now, I've had pizzas before with like plum marmalades and stuff that I really enjoyed. So one day I was doing kind of like a ghetto version of that, which is this. And I decided that I would put my own kind of marmalade or like jam or preserve on there. And right here, I just have some cherry jam, like cherry preserves or whatever. And I'm just going to do a little dollop here and there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right there. And then little dab right there in the middle. Now it's also very important to season, everything. Little bit of salt right there, not too much. You don't want this to be too salty. Pepper for sure. No other seasonings right there. I'm going to be applying our cheese to the pizza. I have some mozzarella shreds right here. I'm going to liberally make sure that these are on the pizza, so every bite is delicious. next I'm going to basically, I have these leftover pieces of mozzarella in here. A bit uneven and everything. So I think I'm just going to do my best to kind of get a ring. Like that. Bam. And we have a perfect, little beautiful ring of mozzarella cheese, which I love to put on the middle right there. All right, we're back, and truth be told, guys, I did have jalapenos and mushrooms in there, but I kept them in this cup because I brought them home from work. They were a couple days old, and they actually went bad, so the mushrooms totally got too soggy or whatever. You should be putting mushrooms and fresh jalapenos in this recipe, but because of that happened, I'm going to have to use some pickled jalapenos, which I'm sure will be totally fine. You know, they're just a little bit more mild and sweeter. Probably, you know, for people who don't like, you know, spicy things and just want a little kick, these are probably really appropriate. So now I'm gonna be coming over to our pizza again. And also the pickled jalapenos aren't as pretty and bright green as, you know, like normal jalapenos, but it's totally fine. These are gonna be delicious anyways, because we're gonna season this, and these are just gonna add in a little bit of that spicy kick. Alright, and dude, me and Troy were honestly fucking sweating about how delicious these zucchini smelled over here. Those are nice and tender now that I kept that lid on. It was absolutely the right, perfect thing to do. And then I'm just gonna cascade those on around the pizza willy-nilly, and then for aesthetic purposes, just maybe move them around a little, but you know, just pop them around all over that pizza, because you know, the little contrast between the yellow and the green squash is gonna be very, very, very pretty. All right, that right there is looking really good to me. The last thing we're gonna add into that right here, I just have some generic microwave buffalo nuggets in there, and I already put them in there for a minute. I'm just gonna put them in there for another minute, and then chop them up, and then put them on top of that pizza, and we'll be doing that in just a moment as soon as those are done. All right, now these puppers are done over here. I'm now just going to chop these up really small into little tiny bits. This was kind of just the perfect size the last time I made this pizza, and it makes just the 200 calorie or whatever serving of these buff nugs. You know, it makes it last really long. All right, now I have all these cut up, and the last thing I do before I give this pizza a final brilliant season is we just want to scatter these little pieces of buffalo. Now that I chopped them up, it actually looks like you're getting a fuck ton of buffalo nug on there, when really it was just 6 nuggets. So you're basically gonna have a little bit of these in every bite, which is why I did that fucking intentionally. All right, now the final thing we're gonna need up here, guys, definitely important to put Italian seasoning on basically everything that comes from Italy. No, that's not true. That would actually make a lot of things taste bad, but pizza, you should always have some fucking Italian seasoning on pizza. That's what makes it taste good. Bam. All right, now I'm gonna do some parsley. Parsley always adds in that just distinct aromatic flavor. It makes everything look bright and nice. All right, now it's enough of our greens. We're going to liberally sprinkle this in garlic powder so that everything gets a little bit of that delicious garlicky flavor. And yep, I say that is about done. How fucking delicious does that look? Ooh, that's a little bit hot. How delicious does that look? And it's also missing 2 other ingredients. Well, not really. We're missing 1 ingredient, and then I kind of had to compromise on the jalapenos, but I still think that is looking good even before we put it in the oven. Now, if you look right here, I have my oven preheated to 420, because really a lot of this stuff is pre-cooked, like the chicken, the vegetables we already sauteed, so we just want to get color on those. We want to get crispness to the pizza dough, and we want that cheese to just melt and look absolutely perfect. So we're gonna pop that baby into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until your preference. So we will see you in just a few moments. All right, we're back. It's been about 15 minutes, and I think this thing is ready to come out of the oven. Wow. Look at that right there. That right there looks like an absolute fucking Fortnite dub to this guy. All the cheese, everything's perfectly melted. It looks beautifully seasoned. That right there is a piping hot pie. Anyways, guys, this looks really absolutely fucking delicious. I'm gonna let it cool down for a couple minutes because I don't want to burn my tongue before I try this, so we'll see that when this is a little bit more cool. Alright, we're back. I'm ready to give this pizza a try, even though I pretty much already know this is going to be gas. So I have a little bit of everything up here: zucchini, buffalo, mozzarella. You can see right here, there's a little bit of cherry jam, just totally infused with the cheese. That looks fucking absolutely delicious. All right, here we go, Troy. Nothing left but to try this thing finally. Yeah, Troy, not even a cap here. It's absolutely delicious. And I also knew it was gonna be delicious because I've made this before. This is a recipe I've tried. Woo! A spicy kick there, bit of sweetness. The squash is beautifully seasoned, and you can see it just because it's now so thinly sliced and seasoned, and we sauteed it before. It bakes just perfectly into the pizza, like it's one with the pizza. Like all these ingredients, I hope there's no shit on my face, but all these ingredients are one with the pizza, and they're so delicious. If you like flavor, then this pizza is for you. If you're picky and you don't like a lot of these ingredients, then I'd probably say grow up, because this pizza's fucking delicious. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching another WFC. I'm having a lot of fun with this series. I really love cooking. I love coming up with new ideas and putting it on the channel, so please show this series a lot of love. Please like, comment, and subscribe, but most importantly, leave a comment, because you know those are the most fun for me. And with that, guys, I'm going to have to see you in the next one.